When the end times come, I wanna spend it with you. There's nothing else that I'd rather do. All right, Puma Gang. Remember, we got this gear right here, set up for a I don't know what I call real alert, long-range surveillance, patrolling kind of belt. So there's not really anything for the AK that I found acceptable, other than like the Russian SMERSH system. Little Rhodesian. All right, Task Force Puma, how's it going? Well, let's talk about the gear here. Okay, got the SMERSH system out. Check it out. Now I might change this stuff to a old school butt pack. Yeah, you can see I got this gear. I changed out the gun, so I got the you know, a little easier access system than the old M9 system. G-code crap, you know, stuff. I like their gear. I've only got one strap on. Don't have the second one because it rides down. Pain in the butt, right? So here I'm running the I don't know what the hell is this thing. AK underfolder, all right? It's got no sights on it. It's a Sestava. No optics. For me, if I was doing like inside a dark spaces, day or night, I would run something more like this. I have an M92 with the shorter barrel, but just it's a fireball at the end. This is a little more manageable on that end. So I wrapped some paracord on here, made it look cool. I'm using an SKS sling on here because it fits through the front metal, fits through the back loop. It's one and done, easy, old school canvas. It'll hold up. It's fantastic, right? I could go to something newer, but I don't think I will. Anyhow, what else we got? So we got 2 mags in each pouch. So, you know, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? 40 round mag here. I'll show you here in a minute, chest rig. Oh, I changed out the knife. I'm going with the Gerber right there. I just paracorded that into place. I think it works great. AK bayonet would fit on here and work on here. Do I need a bayonet? I don't think so. You can run with that, it looks cool. It wouldn't be my first go-to option, right? Changed the pistol around, went to a Glock style, and I'm also going to show you a plate carrier, AK here in just a minute, with this. So my compass is up here. So if I had to get the compass out, like I was saying before, you want your compass on your left side, right? So then if you've got you want it obviously easier to get out than this, right? So my compass would be here, rifle here. I'd be guiding, patrolling, watching, right? So, and see it's tethered. So even if I had to put it down in a hurry and start blasting or run or whatever, my compass stays with me. That's the idea of tying it down. Tourniquet up here. It's great unless you want to put a plate carrier on, or to get more mags, you put a vest, chest rig on, right? So I'm going to show you those in a minute. What else? That's about it. You got to be able to move. You got to be able to lay down, so you don't want a lot of stuff here. If you got to get in a prone, fight from that position. Or if you're laying in an ambush for 3 or 4 hours, you don't want to be laying on top of your mags. So I kind of copied the idea of the SMERSH rig. I'd like to have more water, so you got these extra mags, because I don't really want to necessarily run around with only 4 or a really heavy, what is it, 2, 4, 6 AK mags off my chest. Because if you're down like this and you're moving, right, you got all that weight on there, your back is going to be done. It's heavy. I'll show you in a minute. So I'll take this stuff off so I can put the other things on, and we'll be right back. So here's one of those gray cheapy chest rigs I was telling you about. They had made from the videos before on the chest rig stuff, right? So I've got 2, 4, 6 mags in here. That's max. I don't have anything in these pouches, anything in here. Got a little simple Gerber sticking right there. Maybe you want it there, maybe you don't. It's your choice. Anyway, a lot of weight. So now what I have down here, 10 mags, right? 10 mags, yeah. 10 mags, plus I got, damn, I'm ready to rock with 16 mags, right? So, and 40 rounder. So I had to remove the compass, I had to remove the tourniquet, which I could put in one of these pockets, you know, either one, that kind of thing. But again, like I was saying, if you're, you know, here and you're having to move, you know, you got a lot of weight on you, you know. So you got to be able to, one, not trip on shit, and be able to move with your gear. There's a lot of front end weight. Could I get completely in the prone? No, because this stuff's in the way. Can I get to these mags? Hell yeah. So, you know, if I'm in a checkpoint in a vehicle, stack position, where I'm not going to be having to lay down on the ground, these would probably be good. I prefer running with this system, just initially, because I got more mags. Team Puma, right on, we're back. All right, so I got the plate carrier. I only have 3 mags. I think we might go, well, I don't think you get 2 in this. This is like either Tacticon or one of those. Anyhow, I've got pistol mags up here. I'd probably take these off, put them down there, you know, on the belt itself. Got one of the little cheapy survival knives. So do I need this? Not really. I could take that off and just use the Gerber I got back here. You can see that's the whole rig. This is one of my heavier level 4 plate carriers. Not exactly fun. And I would not want to be wearing this thing 24/7, but that's the game. So if you're gonna run with it, you better make sure that you are in shape and can move with it, you know. What else I got a radio pouch that's right now stuffed with chem lights, first aid, either for me or someone else if they need it. Get to that, IFAC, it's accessible. I do have shotgun shells over here if I decide to run a shotgun with this setup. Over here, I got another boo-boo pouch, what I call it. It's not an IFAC. Just got Band-Aids, ointments, things like that. Anyway, got a pair of scissors here. Nothing else. You can put a knife here. You can put your radio here if you want. It's got room to add stuff. You could put a water pack on the back if you wanted to. I wouldn't necessarily do that. What else? Well, that's about it. So this is the 3 versions of an AK setup that you could run with, and you know, would probably work well, I think. Other than that, you can make it up all yourself. Yeah, it's all mismatched, but I don't have thousands of dollars in it. I got maybe hundreds of dollars. The belt with the pouches and the other odds and ends and the knife and stuff like that you add on, yeah, you're gonna be for the rig, you know, $200 plus. But I don't think you should be over $600 unless you're buying premium gear, and that's good. If you got the money, do that. You know, I just have a good amount of weapon systems. I've got a good amount of different calibers I like to run. And so I like to make all my stuff work with the gear I've got and what I think will work for me and what I can modify. Even though it's cheap, can I modify it to make it better? You know, am I capable of doing that? And that's when I look to buy a piece of equipment. That's what I'm looking at. I look at price. I look at how it's constructed. I look at, okay, if the attachments are crappy, can I sew different ones on? Can I use paracord to make a redundant system? Can I use paracord to make it stronger? Can I lace it in with paracord? Can I use zip ties? Can I use something else? All those things I go into determining whether or not I'm going to actually spend any money on a piece of gear. Doesn't matter if it's high-end gear. Doesn't matter if it's cheap gear. I happen to like the adventure and the, what would you say, the work it takes, or not really work, just, to me I find it fun to find budget equipment and make it work for a possible real world scenario, make it work for me. And I enjoy doing that. It's real easy to save up the money and buy a high-end piece of gear and then what? You got the best gear, it doesn't break, doesn't have problems, isn't it? Awesome. That is friggin' awesome. And yeah, I have some gear like that. My probably go-to gear is more of the higher end gear. This gear will work too though, if you don't have a lot of money, and you can make it into excellent gear if you needed to. If you taught yourself how to sew, if you taught yourself how to use an industrial sewing machine, you could make this gear 1,000,000 times better. If you taught yourself how to, you know, like I'm trying to do is teach you guys how to use paracord, teach you how to use, you know, 500 per hour tape. You got to know how to sew, you got to know how to tie knots. There's just rudimentary things you have to learn if you're going to be a Minuteman, or if you're going to be a soldier, or you're going to defend your family. You got to know things. You got to learn things. You got to constantly be learning and training, like a lot of the, you know, influencers say, you know, training. Yeah, do training, but training, bullets, they're not free. They cost money, and you burn through them. Trust me, I know. You know, I buy and build guns because, to me, it's my hobby. This shit is my hobby, and if I can make it work in the real world, that's great. So just keep those things in mind. Like and subscribe, and you have a great day. And rock on.
Soyuz 2 Bravo. Come in.
Hello. Mission control. We are stranded.
Come in.
We cannot support